Welcome back. It is Ty the Oracle, and this is a reading for the Zodiac sign Virgo. So, I'm seeing here something about someone doing some sort of sorcery, which is another form of, it is technically witchcraft, right? Someone spoke sorcery, spoke ill towards someone whom they wanted to be in some sort of union with, because see, the union is a union that is a committed to be uncommitted reunion or union in general. So that means that there are two people here. Someone used sorcery with the things that they said to cause some sort of friends with benefits or no strings attached, an NSA partnership or relationship. And this could be the male or the female. Just because it's saying sorcery here doesn't mean that it's only for a man. That's just what was picked up. So that's witchcraft in general. And the speech. So someone spoke, spell work, right? For some sort of uncommitted partnership, right? I see something about someone someone having some pets here who brings a lot of light and joy to them. Someone needs to give their pet a bath. And there's also something about someone being animalistic here. This could be the sorcerer who has an animalistic mind for the way that they cause things to happen in a union or a reunion for someone. And with the reunion and the committed to be uncommitted, this could be someone who got back with maybe an ex, or someone got hooked up with someone that they didn't know very well. That could be committed to be uncommitted. You don't know them very well. You're not necessarily saying that you are together in that way, but they've been seeing each other in that way, maybe. And something about a reunion here. And someone possibly going through a situation where they were missing out on or were trying to avoid missing out on food, shelter. Someone having some safety needs perhaps when it comes to security or employment. There's definitely something that happened with someone's self-esteem here, right? Because the sorcery and the speech and then the committed to be uncommitted. And then the animalistic. So there could be someone who's animalistic around you, and you're a person of light. You're a light being. You are very nurturing, likely a very calm individual, one that likes to laugh, be full of joy. You're being called to cleanse. You need to do some self-healing, and the herb is for detoxification that came up is hyssop, HYSSOP, hyssop. And this is an herb that's spoken about even in the Bible. It's used for cleansing your body, your energetic field. Someone is a person of light that has had an animalistic person around them, or has had a person who is a sorcerer speak word spells over them and change their light. They need to cleanse who they are, because when you're in your light, you're in your intelligence, and there's a high amount of intelligence that you can reach when you're in your light, right? But when you're in your animalistic characteristics in your mind and your heart and your spirit, it's different. The light is not shining in the same way, and there's more darkness there. There are things that you do that are not well mannered. It's ill, or there's a lot of ignorance there to things that you would typically be able to pick up, or used to be able to pick up. That's why you're being called to cleanse here. There's something about a reunion here and someone's self-esteem, or their love and belonging, their self-actualization. Someone became insecure over these word spells. Definitely something here about someone and this No strings attached relationship. Someone needs to cleanse and do some self-healing, whether it was one of the people who were involved in the relationship, or someone who, this could be someone with insecurity here. This could be someone that was in the relationship where someone spoke word spells, or it could be someone who was in a relationship with a person who spoke love spells over them to go to a different partner, to be committed, to be uncommitted. This caused some insecurity here for someone who was a person of light. And perhaps these people did this sorcery or these word spells over you personally, or if it was you and your partnership, this could be someone else, a third party or a different person. This could even be a family member. Those are still considered third parties when they're trying to tear your relationship and your union down, right? It could be the relationship in general from the love spells. Oop, see? Love spells. Someone had love spells done on them. And whether it was you or a person you were with or to be with, this caused insecurity in the both of you. There's insecurity in the both of you due to something happening with these love spells, speech, this foul speech, this sorcery speech, these word spells from a person who has an animalistic, a dark mind. Something happened with two people's psychology. Their needs were either no longer being met or they were cut off somewhere. Someone here was martyred for being a person of light by someone who was a sorcerer. They did word spells, speech, something that they did with their speech. They said something. This could be gossip, heavy gossip, with the animalistic. There's someone here who has been dealing with people who are sorcerers, and they are animalistic in the way that they think and behave. This could mean that this person is violent. This person can be a person who talks to people or hooks up with people or gets close to people just for their needs to be met in some sort of way. So to use people. And this is why many of you are dealing with insecurity and need to cleanse. It's someone you're dealing with or someone you're involved with that is dealing with someone like this, who's animalistic, using people. See, this person themselves are insecure. And through the defunct ways that they behave, it causes these waves, these effects, these ripple effects, where now this person is behaving in this ill-mannered way because they were treated poorly by this person, and now they're out treating you poorly, and other people perhaps as well, but in particular we're talking about you right now. They treated or are treating you poorly. It's past tense or in the present. And that caused you to misbehave. And many of you are in that energy right now where you are misbehaving and you are unaligned with your true self, the person of light that you are. This is why you need cleansing, because you're dealing with people who are animalistic. They do spells on people. They lie to people. They cheat people. They cheat on people. Many of you are being called to help your insecurity. You need to put God first. That needs to be your rock, your foundation. Many of you had built on sand. With the sorcerer, some of you had sand witches. Literal people who are sorcerers and witches that were building on sand with you, and the Lord allowed it, whatever you had built, to fall apart. God needs to be your foundation if you've been dealing with people who are dark in their words and in their mind, and you're a person of light. You're being called to put God first so that you can learn how to put yourself first, so you can learn how to put yourself and your children and your family needs first before you are considering even how to satisfy a partner who is doing word spells and witchcraft on you, before you're trying to give away and diminish your light for someone who's animalistic in their ways of thinking and behaving. There's no way that they can keep up with a person of light when they behave and think in these ways. But you have to realize that as well. You need to be careful who you're in a reunion with, because some of you need to be in a reunion with God. Even if you are calling yourself figuring things out with a partner, you need to be coming in union with God, because some of you have been knocked off of your flow. Many of you were already in flow with what source, with what God wanted you to be doing in your life. You were playing these things out. Some of this sorcery, these people were not on their right paths in life. Which is why when you cleanse that insecurity and step back into your light, you will be able to have your needs in life. Simplypsychology.org. Many of you need to look at the American psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay? At the top of the pyramid or triangle, you have self-actualization there, and at the bottom, we have psychological needs. Psychological needs are air, water, food, shelter, clothing, sleep, reproduction. Many of you are in need of building upon these things on your own. Next up, safety needs. Your personal security, your resources, your health, your property, your employment, your money, your finances. The need to love and belong. Your esteem, your self-esteem, the amount of respect that you receive, your status in life, your strength, your freedom, recognition. And at the highest is your self-actualization, the desire to become the most that one can be. And like I said before in a previous video, your marriage and your business are at the top of that, and your self-actualization. There's more to it there. There's more of your self-discovery there. But that's what I meant by your business, or it doesn't even have to be something that you make money with. It can be an organization or a club that you start, but that's part of the desire to become the most that one can be, right? And this is also where people get martyred. When you are building in your psychological needs, your safety needs, your love and belonging needs, your esteem, and your self-actualization, and you're out to help others as well, the saints, when you're out bringing this safety and sense of love and belonging, respect and status, recognition, love to other people, many of you have experienced being martyred. There are certain levels of your self-actualization you are not able to reach the top, reach that full goal or goals of yours. Your desires to become the most that you can be. Many of you have not been able to reach that because in your process of stepping up to being the best you can be, stepping up to your highest self, many of you were stopped. You were martyred for being a saint, and you've had to start over. And that's okay. That's okay. A way to be able to head back into life when you are a person who is of light, a saint. A person, you may not consider yourself a saint, but just a very good person, or just a good person in general. You have to be careful with the people who you deal with that are wolves in sheep clothing, right? And for whoever's dealing with insecurity, you're being called to step back into your light because of whatever this sorcerer did with this speech, the love spells, or the spells that were spoken over you in a reunion or a partnership in general. Okay? You're being called to heal from a toxic love life that caused you to be insecure.